Hello everyone. Today we're going to go through another SA1 paper. So let's get into the paper now. Which means that he could have bought another 15 exercise books. Okay, 15 exercise books is equal to how many notebooks? In this case, we know that looking at this ratio, every 5 exercise book is equal to 1 notebook, right? Which means that 15 exercise books is equal to 3 notebooks. Okay, so in this case, the number of notebooks that he can buy will be 3. Question 3. Find the value of 6 plus 3n over 5 when n is equal to 7. Give your answers as a mixed number in the simplest form. Now I'm going to write down the working here. 6 plus 3 multiplied by 7 over 5. This is going to be equal to 6 plus 21 over 5. 21 over 5, we're going to change it into mix. Okay, 21 over 5, if you're not very sure what to do, you have to do your long division. In this case, it will be 4 minus 20, and there is 1. So it will be 4 whole and 1 over 5, plus a 6 you will get, 10 and 1/5. Okay, so the answer is in mixed and simplest form. Question 4. The figure below is a rectangle. The ratio of the area P to the area of Q is 3:7. Okay, which means that this is 3 units. This is 7 units. What is the ratio of the area of Q to the area of R? In this question, you have to realize that the area of Q, right? I'm gonna draw it out. The area of Q is basically the area of half of the rectangle. Area of Q equals to area of P plus R. Okay, which means that R will be 7 minus 3. which is 4 units. So this is 4, right? So the ratio of the area of Q to R is 7:4. Question 5. May bought 160 red and blue buttons. 25% of the buttons bought were red. May used 75% of the blue buttons for artwork. How many blue buttons did May use? Okay, the first thing that we need to find will be how many blue buttons are there, right? So if 25% are red buttons, that means blue buttons are 75%. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna find is how many blue buttons are there. We're gonna find 75% of 160 buttons. That is going to give me 120 blue. And May used 75% of the blue buttons for artwork. So how many blue buttons did she use? So now we need to find what is 75% of the blue buttons. That will give us 90. Okay, so 90 is the answer. Question 6. The figure shows a square of side 10 cm. This is a square, a semicircle, this is the semicircle, and a quadrant of radius 5 cm. Find the perimeter of the shaded area. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to find will be perimeter of the semicircle plus the perimeter of the quarter circle. This will be they will add up to be 3/4 of a circle, right? So 3/4 multiplied by pi 3.14 times d, which is 10. This is going to give me 23.55 cm. Okay, we're done with the red part. Now I'm going to add this, and I'm gonna add this. This will be 5, and this will be 10. Which means that altogether is 20, right? So I use 23.55 plus another 20, which will give me 43.55 cm. Okay, so this is the answer for the perimeter of the shaded part. Question 7. The grid below shows a straight line CD. This one over here. Draw 3 more lines to form a square CDEF. Label your diagram clearly. Okay, so before we start drawing, since there is a grid across the line, it's best you make use of the grid. Just look at the box, okay, the rectangle which the diagonal is cutting across. Okay, so the next line that I'm going to draw will be here to here, which is also across this box over here. The next line I'm going to draw will be from here to here, or it'll be easier if you draw from here to here. Okay, and then connect the furthest line together. Okay, so this will give you the square. Question 8. Gavin had some chicken pies and vegetable pies in the ratio of 5:2. He sold 18 chicken pies and made 15 more vegetable pies. In the end, he has equal number of chicken pies and vegetable pies. How many vegetable pies did he have at first? Okay, in this question, you can draw a model, so let's draw a model. I'm gonna draw the chicken pie first. 5 units. Let me cut it up into 5 units first. Okay, and I'm gonna draw the vegetable pie, which is 2 units. This will be pie, this will be vegetable pie. Okay, he sold 18 chicken pie. That means we cut a certain line. Okay, in the end, he has equal number of chicken pie. So this equal number is very important, right? It basically tells us that if cut somewhere here, and this is the 18, which was sold, right? And if this is the 15 that's made, we can see that 15 plus 18 will give us the units. Now we can proceed to do the working. So 3 units is equal to 15 plus 18, which is 33. 1 unit is 11. How many vegetable pies did he have at first, which is 2 unit, that's 22. Question 9. Sumei is K years older than her sister. The sum of their ages is 38 years. How old is Sumei now? Express Sumei's age in terms of K. In this case, if you know what to do, you'll probably be doing it right now. But let's draw a model for the benefit of those who are not very sure what to do. Okay, this will be Sumei's age, and this will be the K. And then her sister's age will be. So this model is represents Sumei is K years older than her sister. Altogether they are 38 years old. Their sum of their age is 38 years. So to find Sumei's age, need to use 38 plus K. Okay, because 38 plus K will fill up this space and you have 2 equal bars. Okay, and then you divide by 2. That will be the answer for part A. Now let's move on to part B. If K is equals to 6, how old will Sumei be 7 years time? So we're gonna find what is her age now. That would be 38 plus 7 over 2. This is going to be equal to sorry, that is a 6, not a 7. And erase it. Bit. (22), which means that Sumei is 22 years old now. In 7 years time, it will be 22 plus 7, that's 29 years. Okay, so the answer for part B is 29. Question 10. The books in the library are packed equally into box A and B. the ratio of the number of fiction books to the number of non-fiction books in box A is 2:1. The ratio of the number of fiction books to the number of non-fiction books in box B is 4:11. What is the ratio of the total number of fiction books to the total number of non-fiction books in the library? So we're going to write down the ratio of box A and box B first. In this case, for box A, the number of fiction books to the number of non-fiction books will be 2:1. For box B, fiction is to non-fiction will be 4:11. Okay, the key word is they are packed equally. Okay, which means that number of units in box A should be equal to the number of units in box B. But in this case, since box A has got 3 units, so we need to multiply it by 5 so that it will be the same as 15 units in box B. Okay, when I multiply by 5, I'll get 10:5. This will remain as 14:11. Okay, now what is the ratio of the total number of fiction books? That means now fiction altogether is, here fiction is to non-fiction. Fiction is 10 plus 4, which is 14. Non-fiction will be 5 plus 11, which is 16. Change it to simplest form, it will be 11:8. I say 11:8, it's 7:8. Question 11. Diana has a 1625 ml of orange juice in a jug. She poured the juice into similar glasses, filling each glass with 250 ml of orange juice. Part A, what was the maximum number of such glasses Diana could fill? So in order to find the maximum, you just need to use 1625 ml divided by the volume of each glass, which is 250. Okay, key this into your calculator. I will get a 6.5, which means that the maximum that I can fill is 6 glasses. How much of orange juice was left in the jug? Okay, so there's 2 ways to do it. In this case, you need to understand that this 0.5 over here refers to half of the 250 ml. Okay, so you just need to use 250 divided by 2. Get 125 ml. Okay, or and use 6 times 250 give you 1500 ml, and then after that you use 1625 minus 1500. You'll get the same answer, 125 ml. Question 12. There were 350 goldfish and guppies in a shop. 20% of them were goldfish. After some goldfish were added, the percentage of goldfish increased to 30%. How many goldfish were added? Right, so the first thing that we can find is, let's find out what's the exact number of goldfish first. Okay, 20% of 350 is going to give me 70. Okay, this is the goldfish, which means that there will be 280 guppies. Okay, in this question, you need to realize that the one thing that did not change is the number of guppies. Okay, so after some goldfish were added, the percentage of goldfish increase to 30%, which means that the percentage of guppies will be 70%. That 70% be equal to 280. Find out what is 1% and find out what is 30%. That will give us 120. Okay, so they're asking how many goldfish were added. At first there was 70, in the end there's 120. So 120 minus 70 is equals to 50. Okay, so 50 goldfish were added. Question 13. In May, Mr. Ahmad saved 1/3 of his salary and used 1/5 of his monthly salary to buy a mobile phone. He spent 3/8 of the remainder on transport, and the rest of the 1,750 spent on food. Part A, what fraction of his monthly salary in May was spent on food? In this case, let us find out what is the common denominator of 1/3 and 1/5. That will help us. So the common denominator will be in. This will become 5/15. It will become 3/15. Okay, which means that if I were to draw a model, I'm not gonna cut it into 15 blocks, so I'm just gonna cut it up into this. Okay, it's 5 units saved. These 3 units is the mobile phone, and these in 7 units will be the remaining. Okay, out of the remainder, spend 3/8. That these 3 parts here spend on transport, and the rest 1,750 is spent on food. Okay, in this case, we can use the branching method. Okay, remainder is 7/15, and in this case the food is 5/8, right? Multiply by 5/8. Gonna give me 7/24. Okay, in case you're confused, this part is 5/8. This part here is 7/15. Okay, this will be the answer for part A. Part B, what was Mr. Ahmad's monthly salary in May? In this case, we need to find total. So let's work out over here first. 5 parts will be equal to 1,750. We need to find what is 1 part and find what is 8p. Okay, 1,750 divided by 5 and then multiply by 8 will give us 2,800. So this 2,800 is here, which is 7U. 7U is equals to 2800. So we're gonna find what is 1U and find what is 15U. 2800 divided by 7 multiplied by 15 is gonna give me 6000. Okay, so this is the answer for part B. Question 14. The figures below are formed using similar matchsticks and dots. So we can see the figure here. Complete the table. So figure 1, 2, 3, 4. The number of dots will be 1, 3, 6. And so we should know that in this case is always this is plus 2 plus 3. So the next one should be plus 4. Okay, this should be 10. Number of matchstick over here is plus 6 plus 8, and this should be plus 10, 28. In part B, which figure will have 120 dots? In this case, let's look at the pattern of the dots. Okay, the patterns are increasing by 1 each time. So this is a plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, right? So there is a pattern over here in which for the figure number 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, for the number of dots. I'm gonna write down the original number 1, 3, 6, 10. By multiply by 2 to each and every one of them. Okay, I'm going to get 2, 6, 12, 20. Okay, and we have to realize this is 1 times 2, 2 times 3, 3 times 4, 4 times 5, and so on. Okay, so in order to find out which figure is 120 dots, multiply by 2 to it, give me 240, right? Okay, 240 is what times what? If you use your calculator and do some check, do some guess and check, you figure out that it is 15 times 16. Okay, which means that the answer is figure number 15. Question 16. Mary has 4/7 as many stickers as Sandy and 2/5 as many stickers as Cindy. Cindy has 15 more stickers than Sandy. So what fraction of Cindy's stickers is Sandy's stickers? How many stickers do the 3 girls have altogether? I'm gonna write down the ratio of Mary is to Sandy first. That will be 4:7. Okay, and the ratio of Mary is Cindy 2:5. When reading this sentence, be careful. Mary has 4/7 as many stickers as Sandy, and this n refers to, and Mary has 2/5 as many stickers as Cindy. Okay, in this case, Mary is the common subject, different units, so we need to multiply by 2 to this to make them the same. Okay, what fraction of Cindy's sticker? When they say of Cindy's sticker, it means that Cindy's stickers will be in the denominator. Sandy's sticker. So Sandy will have 7 units. Cindy's will be 10. So it's 7 out of 10. Part B. How many stickers do the 3 girls have altogether? Okay, Cindy has 15 more stickers than Sandy. So Cindy is 10 units. then it's 7 units, which means that n minus 7, 3 units is equals to 15. 1 unit is equals to 5, and how many stickers, how many units do they have altogether? 4 plus 7 plus 10 will give you 21 units, right? 21 units will be equal to 105. Okay, that will be the answer for part B. Question 17. There's a banner over here that says ABC bubble tea, $4.50 per cup. For every 5 cups of bubble tea purchased, a 20% discount will be given to the 5th cup. Each cup of bubble tea costs $4.50 before discount, okay, as stated over here. How much did Mrs. Yeo pay for 5 cups of bubble tea? So let's find out. The first 4 cups will be 4 times 4, 50, which will give me $18. There's a 20% discount on the 5th cup, which means that I will need to find what is 80% of 450. That will give me $3.60. Okay, so add all together, it will be $21.60. That will be the answer for part A. Part B, Mrs. Yeo paid $151.20 for some cups of bubble tea. How many cups of bubble tea did she buy? In this case, the first step that we should do will be use $151.20. It divide by $21.60. This is the group of 5 cups. It gives me a nice number, a whole number of 7. So in this case, it means that got 7 groups of 5 bubble tea, altogether 35 cups.